Hi Aquarius, it's me, your fave. Anyway, hi, my name is B. Just in case if you're accustomed to me, okay, retrograde. What? Hi, my name is B. Just in case if you're new here, if you're accustomed to being here, welcome back around these parts. I don't know Aquarius. I don't know, my friends. This retrograde really been whooping me. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, it has. So we just, you know what I'm saying. We just not gonna talk about it. We just gonna keep rolling. Okay, how about it? Again, I wanted to do like a quick wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. I'm just coming back home from being around my family. I'm real good. I'm real recharged. I'm ready to hit the ground running and stuff. Yeah, I kind of gave myself a couple of days since I was gone to just not do nothing except for what I wanted to do and to have fun how I wanted to have fun. And I really enjoyed my family and all my peoples. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? It kind of gave me a new perspective. I'm feeling really, really good. A lot of interesting insights and stuff. But I'll spare you the details. If you want the details, just jump over on August overview, and I kind of gave a little bit of a rundown of how my life has been. Anyway, again, I want to do a quick little 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't want this to be super long. Drop down below in the description box if you want to find me on other platforms. I am open for personal readings, so if you are interested in one, you can definitely grab one from there. Or if you just want to tip me because you enjoyed this, that's cool too. Like, share, subscribe. Trying to join our family over here. Want us to grow real big and real nice. So yeah, I'm gonna start with some oracle cards and then I'll kind of jump in. So let's see. What does Aquarius need to know right now at this time? What messages do we have for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. We have Tightrope. We have Sky. We have too many. We have too many. Starting over came next, and then give me one more card. Aquarius, I feel like I can already see this Saturn retrograde kind of whooping y'all. Yeah. As an Aquarius rising, Aquarius stellium, I can also attest that like this retrograde in Saturn has been really interesting. I'm also a like Saturn and Aries. So I mean, I don't know if some of y'all are. If you're closer to my age range, then you probably are. If not, then maybe you're just an Aquarius, and maybe you're being influenced by this Saturn retrograde. And maybe if not the Saturn retrograde, you could also be getting influenced by Pluto. I think Pluto is retrograde right now. I know it's in Aquarius. So again, it seems like you guys, we are all kind of coming into some interesting feelings. It seems like, yeah. I'll start with the bottom of the deck card because I didn't really look at it until just now, but now that I'm looking at it, it's really catching my attention. I'm trying to put up my other cards from the last video. It didn't really catch my attention until looking at it just now. So I actually want to start with this. What's that song from that girl? First off, mind your business. Okay, I think her name is Lakia. I really like that song. I think she's really, really pretty also. Anyway, no, mind your business. Okay, it says focus on you, is what it says here. All right, that already out the gate intuitively feels like shit. It's pretty self-explanatory. Aquarius, mind your business. Okay, aka what? It's you versus you. AKA what? There's nobody else in your lane. There is no other lane. There is no other competition. Okay, focus on you. Mind your business. Okay, that could be literally or that could just be figuratively. For maybe some of you are in other people's business right now. If you taking on other people's baggage, bag lady, that is not your occupation. Okay, and tightrope is here. So just in case if you need to hear it, Aquarius, let the people figure out their own problems. Okay, for those of you who might not be there. Maybe you taking on your friends' baggage and your friends' responsibilities. Maybe you got family and shit. You picking up their baggage and their responsibility. No. Maybe you too invested in what other people have going on. You know, I'm hearing work. I heard work gossip. So even if it's gossip at work, mind your business. You don't know nothing. You don't want to know nothing. Stay out of it. And for others of you where it's not necessarily, again, you too focused on somebody else, you could be, again, for like what I'm picking up is on that group, because this feels split, right? It feels like there's some of you who is very invested in other people's business, to where you're not focusing on yourself. This could be friends, family, coworker drama, love. Okay? You are not nobody mama. You ain't nobody wife yet. And if you is, you still need to figure out where you end and where other folk begin. Okay? Mind your business when it comes to work drama. Mind your business when it comes to your friends and they drama. Mind your business when it comes to your family and they drama too. Mind your business. Everybody mind the business that pay them. Okay? For others of you, this mind your business overall energy card feels like you have shifted your focus back to yourself, but keep it there. You're not in, like I said, you're not in competition with no motherfucker. Don't be looking at them and then comparing yourself and then feel like, oh, well, I should be where they at. No, you're exactly where you need to be. One of my favorite Aquarius is Kevin Gates. I love, there's a particular song on this last album called Right Where I'm Supposed to Be. I love that song so much, and I actually play it as a mantra and as a reminder to myself, to remind myself that I'm not behind at all. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where God, the Orishas, the ancestors, the divine, whoever you pray to, however you, whatever you word you want to insert here. I'm reminded that I'm exactly where I should be to do exactly what I need to do to get exactly where I'm going. Some of you might feel like I'm behind. You know what I'm saying? Some of you might be too focused on everybody else. Not in the sense of drama and trying to be in everybody's business, but in the sense of, again, you feel like, oh, well, they just got a house and I don't have one, so I'm behind. Oh, they graduated and I'm just not going back to college, so I'm behind. Oh, they did this and they over there doing that, and this person finna get engaged, and, well, look at where I'm at in my life. Stop fucking doing that. For real. And I say that with as much love to y'all as I can completely harbor. From one Aquarius placement to another. Stop doing it. Our biggest issue, your biggest issue, is going to be comparing yourself to a bunch of motherfuckers you was never like anyway. You was always in your own lane. You was always on your own playing field. You was always on your own divine timing. So you don't got to compare yourself to no motherfucker. I don't give a fuck what it was. I don't give a fuck who it is. Oh, bitch, because they just, you know what I'm saying, won the lottery. Okay, cool. That's real good for them. One thing I've noticed and one thing I'm hearing too, to as a reminder to you, is that when you see other people getting blessed, that means what? God in the neighborhood, right? But see, when you so focused on their blessing, you miss yours. You don't see God directly in your face trying to get, you know what I'm saying? You don't see him ready to knock on your door, because see, you over here peeking out the window trying to see what they got and shit. Oh, well, God just blessed them with a new car, and they just got a new house, and oh, they just getting engaged, and they about to have a beautiful family. And then it get to making you feel like maybe I'm not doing something right. Bullshit. Consider it like you're not behind, you're ahead. Consider it like you really being blessed. Consider it like, again, there's a reason you're doing this, right? You'd have to figure out and tap in with your higher divine team and say, okay, what's, like, help me understand what is going on. Like, you know, I feel like you guys could be very emotional. I kind of feel very emotional conveying this message. So I feel like maybe you guys might be going through something that's really heavy. Maybe this bag lady card isn't because you're carrying other people's weight. Maybe you just have so much baggage that you're carrying. You know what I'm saying? And I really understand that too, where you feel like sometimes you just got to carry it like a backpack and shit, and you don't really know where to put it down at. Sometimes it feel like, God, I've been carrying this for so long. You know, sometimes it feel like, God, when is it gonna happen to me? I'm kind of picking that up. So if this is resonating with you, it's like, it's gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be fine. And I guess that's why there's a big emphasis for those of you where this is really you versus you. It's like, don't compare yourself to nobody else. Like, focus on you. Stop looking at all these people. Stop paying attention to what they got and then comparing it to what you have or what you don't have. You feel like you lack it because they have. It's like, you need to, it's you versus you. You ain't in competition with nobody. You not behind no place. Imagine thinking of you losing a race when you're not even in the same race as them. They running a whole different race. But see, you looking at them and they comparing it to you, and you feel like, oh, I'm losing a race. You're not a part of their race. You in your own total lane. This is a totally different track. You ain't even on the same racetrack as these motherfuckers. Like, it's so different. But it's like it starts with you. You have tightrope here. You have the sky card. You have starting over. And you have baggage. For some of you, I feel like two, right? A lot of you could be having to rebuild. A lot of you could be gearing up to rebuild. Some will be a little more heavier than others when it comes to what you're rebuilding and how. I'm hearing though that for some of you, you might have to rebuild. And I have a particular homegirl that I just saw her tweet this morning on Twitter. So I mean, if you're watching this, I love you. um, but I know that she's discussed like having to start over, and she is an Aquarius. But this makes me feel like, for those of you who again might be kind of in a similar boat, or maybe you feel like I keep having to restart over with housing, with jobs, with your dreams, your aspirations. It's like I'm kind of picking up too. A lot of you kind of have to start from scratch, a rebuild again, because it's like you might be rebuilding on something faulty, or you might be rebuilding on something that's limiting you. So it's like if you feel like you have to keep restarting, then it's like ask yourself, is it because it was shaky to begin with? You know what I'm saying? You can't build no house on a shaky foundation, on a faulty foundation. If there's a shift in the foundation in the pavement, you have to redo it. You can't build your house on that. Your house gonna keep falling. Now, whether that's literal, again, figuratively, like theoretically or whatever, but apply it for how it does. For some of you, I'm seeing again, you're learning to find a balance. For some of you, it's like again, shit be heavy. You keep having to restart, or you keep having to carry this baggage. But it's like this is because for some of you, you just simply be taking up a lot of priorities and responsibilities that don't have nothing to do with you. A lot of you also kind of just keep yourself stuck because you be kind of building on shaky situations. The situation was shaky when you knew. You feel me? Why would you trust it? And that goes for anything: friends, jobs, lovers, material shit. Don't trust it. Like I'm kind of being reminded of my grandfather. Love him so much. One thing I've definitely learned from him that I feel like people be trying to convince me out of is like used cars. Okay, and that just came from, for one, on my mom's side, my mama always got used cars, but child, in less than a year they fuck up on her and she had to spend more money to get another one and to keep getting it fixed, versus being around my grandfather who always instilled in me, don't buy a used car. It's not worth it. You might as well buy a car note. You spending the same amount in a car note that you would spend fixing this motherfucker up, this raggedy motherfucker. You might as well just get a car note. But it kind of reminds me of that, where it's like, but then why would you keep getting a used car if you know it's gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Like don't, you bought this car thinking you could trust it. It was somebody already that tore the shit up before they sold it to you. You just put more wear and tear on it. This was a shaky situation when you bought it. This isn't the car that you could have 20 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of situation. It feels like that. For others of you where, again, this mind your business is staying in other folks' business, you need to learn how to prioritize your responsibilities and your obligations, aka prioritizing yourself. Okay, a lot of these people come with baggage. A lot of these people are dealing with something very heavy. Aquarius, very similarly to Virgo, I know that you guys can have a tendency to pick up projects, or people who you just feel like aren't really vindicated. Like I know that you guys can have a tendency to pick up, like, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. I completely forgot I had my oven on because I was making me some food. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, this baggage though does feel like, at least I think this is what I was saying. The baggage for others of you who are minding other folks' business feels like this could be people who have a lot of baggage, who are very overwhelming, who are very draining, people who, really you gotta carry them. Like, be careful, Aquarius, of people that you have to carry. Be careful of people who put you under too much pressure, give you too much responsibility, right? Both of these things are about responsibility, right? You have lots of responsibility, finding a balance, shaky situation, many obligations, prioritizing your obligations, weighing your options, caught in the middle. Bag lady says carrying baggage or holding on to the past, carrying emotional baggage of others, carrying the emotional baggage of others, being overwhelmed, feeling exhausted, under too much pressure, having too much responsibility, okay, doing it alone, excess, and doing things that simply do not um, align with your highest good. Again, for some of you, where again, mind your business isn't you versus you, because again, you really should be focused on your star player. What Cat Williams said, you got to get in tune with your star player and shit. When you look in the mirror every day at yourself, you got to make sure that you're good. That don't mean you, after you get done looking in the mirror, you kind of get to checking at everybody else's mirror to see if you see any blemishes and shit. You supposed to just focus and stay in tune with your star player. But for others of you, again, you're doing that, but it's split. It's like you focused on you, but then you're also way too focused on everybody else's baggage. You could be carrying other people's baggage. You could be carrying the responsibility of other people, and that's not going to help you. For those of you where again you're trying to grow, you want progress, you know are trying to follow your dreams, you trying to expand, you know what I'm saying, quick growth and growth are both here. Okay, but this also is just about like the sky is the limit. I guess that's why it says no limitations, but the sky is the limit is here, which reminds me of the Biggie Small song. That's actually my favorite song by Biggie. Sky's the limit with him and 112, or at least one of my favorites. But yeah, okay, this feels like regardless of wherever you at, you might need to really consider starting over. Okay, starting over doesn't always have to look like starting from scratch though. This is making sure that you're changing, right? Some of the key terms here says setting new boundaries and foundations. New, right? Setting new boundaries and foundations, making changes, rebranding, a new cycle, self improvement, and making some lifestyle changes. So again, starting over doesn't necessarily have to be I have to start over from scratch. Like the business, I have to start over from scratch. Cut the friend off, make some whole new friends. You know, pack my life up and relocate from scratch. Like that's not what this always means. But this could, in a very simple sense, look like maybe you do have friends or people around you who maybe you are carrying their weight. Maybe you do feel like I gotta carry them. Maybe you do feel like, you know, I'm experiencing too much responsibility because I'm taking on the responsibilities of others. Like whatever this looks like, this is a good time to start over in any type of sense. Maybe you need to again set some new boundaries. That's actually one of my favorite things that I'm learning to do, especially during this Saturn retrograde. Pluto retrograde is helping me feel empowered about it. But it's the Saturn retrograde that's been really helping me. You know, as of lately, Aquarius, my favorite thing that I've really gotten into was telling people I don't accept their apology. I don't have to hear you out. I don't have to accept your apology. Understanding again where this is a them problem versus a this is a problem I want to step in and help with. Sometimes you need to set new boundaries. Maybe sometimes you have friends who expect you to carry the weight of the friendship. Maybe sometimes you have friends who expect for you to carry them. Aquarius, y'all can be really strong. You're extremely mentally strong, mainly, regardless of what you go through. I ain't never met an Aquarius that wasn't mentally strong. You probably ain't the best emotionally. But mentally, y'all are so headstrong. Y'all are so tough. There's nothing you can't solve. There's nothing you can't like figure out, like a Rubik's cube. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing it's like you gonna figure it out. It might take you a couple tries, but you gonna figure it out. But see, these might be people who rely on you to figure it out for them, and that's just a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? This is the time to set some new boundaries with some people. Hey, I know I've been watching your kids for free, but that's gonna start changing, right? Lifestyle changes. Are you building your foundation? Right, it said new foundation, new boundaries, new foundations. Are you building these new foundations on a shaky foundation? Are you building these things on a shaky situation? Do you know you stand with a person you can't trust? You borrowing a car, using cars from people you know you can't trust? Confiding in friends that you know you can't trust? That you know are a little shaky? The friendship was a little shaky from day one, but you still trying to see if we can work through the friendship. So what you might need to know during this time feels like exactly that. Honestly, let me get a couple of tarot cards. I don't know why, but I kind of want to get a couple of tarot cards. But yeah, and making sure that you're not caught in the middle. That was, I keep seeing that too, like stuck, finding a balance, caught in the middle. For some of you, where maybe this feels like easier said than done. Maybe this is family. Maybe again you're staying with family. Maybe it's you having to take on people's baggage and responsibilities because you have to, right? Making sure that you're not caught in the middle, making sure that you're not doing it alone. If you're helping a friend, it needs to feel like you're helping them, not like you carrying the weight. For others of you, again, this caught in the middle makes me feel like, make sure, I can't stress that enough, do not get caught in the middle of nobody's baggage. Your homegirl or your homeboy and their spouse, stay out of it. I don't care how many times they ask you your opinion. Tell them that you don't want to talk about it. Maybe you are drained and don't want to talk about it, and you don't want to tell them and be rude and just say, girl, stop coming to me with this shit. But you need to set some boundaries. Hey, look, if you're not going to leave the man, okay, because we all have friends like that where they don't want to necessarily fix the problem. They don't want your advice. They don't want no solution. They just want you to listen to them complain about the same shit over and over and over. Okay, and do you feel drained, Aquarius? Yes or no? Do you feel much better when you're just like, I'm going to shift my focus to myself and whatever Lisa, Larry, whatever got going on, child, is their business? Then you need to lean into that. Okay? Don't get caught in the middle of nobody drama. Family drama, mama drama, brother, sister, baby, daddy, husband, wife. I don't give a fuck what it was. I wouldn't give them who it was. Tell them you don't have no dog in that fight. My name Bennett, and I ain't what? In it. What does Aquarius need to know right now at this time? The first card that flipped up, so I'm going to take it, is the Magician card. Aquarius, focus on what you're trying to manifest. Okay? And solely on what you're trying to manifest. That works both ways. Again, maybe you focused on you and you trying to get in tune with your star player, but then you keep looking at everybody else who's in tune with their star player and shit, and then it distracted you. Now you looking over here at what they got going on. Focus on what you're trying to manifest. Focus on the resources that are in front of you. You have resources that are in front of you. For those of you where this rebrand and restart has to be literal, and you like, no, bitch, I really had to pack up my life. I'm really living out my car right now. I'm really having to like start from ground 1.1, level 1, all over again. Focus on your resources that are in front of you. Focus on what is manifesting. Focus on what you do have and work with what you do have in order to really bring these things to life for you. And for those of you where, again, you need to just get out other folk business. Don't get caught in the middle of nobody drama. Get out of other people's business. Stop trying to help them soothe and salve and shit. They need to focus on their own problems. They need to take care of their own responsibilities. They need to carry their own weight, carry their own baggage. I don't give a fuck if it was a friendship. Well, I don't give a damn if it was so much as a vacation and you like, this bitch is $300 short. It's cool. I got it. Tell this bitch she can't go. Tell your homeboy they can't go. Or they're going to have to figure out where they're getting this money from. Stop carrying these people. Focus on what is in front of you right now, not in front of other people. Yeah, Six of Swords, Six of Wands is reversed. So yeah, for a lot of you where, again, you're kind of still stuck in this energy, it's not going to be successful. If you're trying to help somebody and you think, well, if I just help them get through this real quick, it's not going to be successful. You're going to keep having to get them through shit. This ain't even just about being $300 short on a vacation. They $300 short on the vacation. When they come to birthday dinners, they act like they don't got their wallet. When y'all supposed to be having girls' night, boys' night, they get to acting like they short on the tab. They need a couple of dollars to help them catch. Fuck all of that shit. It's not going to eventually get better. Just in case if you needed to hear that. So stop doing that. For others of you, this Six of Wands reverse is an indication of how you really feel about yourself. When it comes to really feeling like things aren't going to be successful, things aren't going to progress, things aren't going to grow for you. Yes, they are. But see, that's why you need to focus on what you can control. Focus on what you do want, right? The Magician is about manifestation, but it's about manifesting what you want. It's very easy to focus on what we don't want to happen, the relationship we don't want, the life we don't want, the person we don't want, the friends we don't want, the home we don't want, the car we don't want, the insert thing here. But what do you want? And how are we focusing on that? Last card out also is the Six of Swords reverse. So this is a good time. Again, if you're not moving away from things, yeah, Knight of Cups down at the bottom reverse. If you're not moving away from things, you need to be. If it ain't already bringing you success, joy, victory, and happiness, dead it. If it ain't helping you move away from some shit, or if it ain't bringing you closer to your life's desire and what it is that you want to manifest, dead it. I hope I'm being very clear on that. Why? Because that's what's going to help you not only release this baggage, but it's going to help you also release a lot of the responsibility. Okay? I just moved my little sister in, and I was talking to my granny about it when I was up there. And she kind of had the same message where it's like, look, she's 20. You know she's going to do what she wants to do, how she wants to do it. As big sis, you make sure you're not stressing yourself out to make sure or to make her do something that she probably won't do. You're not going to do nothing but stress yourself out. Let her show up how she's showing up. Let her get into what she wants to get into. Let her live her life how she wants to. And that'll keep a lot of your stress down. And I also can attest to that because I know that I very easily can feel like I'm carrying somebody, especially because, not to toot my own horn, but bitch, a lot of people aren't moving and grooving and moving and shaking the way I get to moving and shaking. So a lot of the time I have to carry people. I'm taking up their responsibilities. I'm carrying them. I'm carrying their baggage and taking on extra responsibilities. And I'm doing it all by myself because I feel like, oh, this person can't do it. Or, because, I see them, let me kind of... Everybody need to figure it out for themselves. Aquarius, as you're figuring it out for yourself, be kind to yourself. Okay? Divine timing is at play. You're not going to go through this all the time. You're not going to go through this forever. This is not your life. This is only a phase. This is only a chapter in the book. This is not the entire book. This is not the entire subject matter. This is not the entire essay. This is just a chapter in the book. Just a scene in the movie. It's all to help with the climax. Right? You are the main protagonist. Okay? Remember that. So, focus on yourself. It's you versus you. You got to lock in with you right now. Anything that's taking you away from that, even if you taking yourself away from that, even if you telling yourself, man, this ain't gonna work for me, or it'll never this, or it'll never pop, or whatever, however your inner dialogue, inner narrative is with yourself, make sure you're working to change that. Nobody compares to you. You aren't to be compared to nobody. You're in a lane all by yourself. These people ain't even on the same racetrack as you. So stop comparing your pace to theirs. Okay, thank you again so much for getting this far. If you did get this far, again, my name is B. Just in case if you forgot from the beginning of this, like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if this resonated. I'm trying to definitely grow our family over here, so please subscribe. Anyway, check down below in the description box. Open for personal readings, you can find that there. If you want to tip me because you feel like this is good, you can find that there. If you just want to find me on my other platforms, that's also fine too. And yeah. All right, Aquarius, so I'm done yapping, okay? And it's under 30 minutes, so yeah, okay? Like, share, subscribe, like I said, sending y'all love and grace, especially during these retrogrades. And yeah, I'll see you over on the next video. Bye.